my name is Emma, and today I am talking about my November book haul and wrap-up. November was a very successful month in my opinion because I didn't buy too many books and I read a lot. So I thought it evened out pretty well. Because you know, if you watch my book hauls and wrap-ups, I buy like 15 books and I read like 6. But this month I have bought 6 books and I read 7. Finally, read more than I bought in a month. I feel accomplished. Let's just get right into the book haul. The first book that I bought this month is Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I bought this book because it is the Winter Buy New Bibliothon group book for this year. The Buy New Bibliothon is like the coolest readathon ever, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a host. But January 3rd through January 9th is the next readathon, and we always have one group book that we all read together and we have a live show discussing it. And that book is Soundless. I haven't heard too many rave reviews about Soundless, but I love Rochelle Mead and I'm really hopeful about this book. Everything people are talking about in the negative reviews are things that I tend to not be as bothered by, so I think I'm really going to enjoy it and I'm super excited to read it. The next book that I bought this month is All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 3rd book in the Natural series, and if you have been on my channel for a while, you probably know I love the Natural series, so I was super excited for book 3. I did read it this month, and because it is the 3rd book in a series, I can't really talk that much about it anyways, so I'm going to reserve all of my feelings on this book for the wrap-up. The 3rd book that I bought this month is Hotel Ruby by Suzanne Young. Suzanne Young is the author of the Program series, which I absolutely love, so when I heard she had a new book coming out, I had to get it. Hotel Ruby seems really interesting because, like, it's kind of like a thriller. I don't really want to say horror, but it's definitely like a mystery thriller, but it's also like a contemporary. I don't really know what genre it fits into, but the synopsis sounds really cool. This book is about 2 orphans who are going to live with their estranged grandmother because their parents have recently died, but before that they end up staying a night at the Hotel Ruby. And basically there are just some really strange things going on in this hotel. There's like these crazy parties and the main character is the only one who doesn't get an invite, so instead she goes to talk to the staff and they tell her all of these weird stories about the hotel's dark past. It kind of reminds me like a little bit of The Shining. I don't really know what to get from it, but I'm really excited to read it. The next book that I bought this month is Winter by Marissa Meyer. I love this book so much. Again, I read it this month and I also already have a review on my channel, so again, we're just going to skip it for the book haul. I bought it this month, that's all you need to know, and I will be talking about it in the wrap-up. This month I also bought a copy of The Bad Beginning, the first book in the series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket. For like the 16th time I'm saying this on my channel, I went to Yallfest in Charleston, South Carolina recently this past month, and Lemony Snicket was going to have a signing there, but the line was too long. I didn't end up going, but I bought the book, and I've been really wanting to reread the series of unfortunate events considering I never read the last 2 books anyways. So this is a good start for me to begin recollecting all of the books in the series because unfortunately I had books 1 through 10 already and I ended up losing them when we moved last year, but I'm really excited to have a new copy. And then the final book that I bought this month is 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I bought this at Yallfest as well, and I ended up getting this one signed, so that's super exciting. Now, I haven't finished the Grisha trilogy yet. I've only read book 1, but I've heard that 6 of Crows is like amazing and you don't have to read all 3 of the trilogy to read this book, so maybe I'll pick up 6 of Crows before finishing the rest of the series, and maybe that'll motivate me more to finish the series. I really did love Shadow and Bone, I just haven't gotten around to finishing the series, but 6 of Crows sounds super interesting and I've been hearing nothing but good things, so hopefully I'll be picking it up soon. That is it for the book haul, and let's move on to the wrap-up. I'm going to show these 3 books in a group, clearly you'll know why in a second. This month I ended up reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I can't hold all of these books. I had said, I think it was last month that I started, I was going to be rereading the Harry Potter series because I finished my Goodreads challenge and I wanted to reward myself with a reread, and I reread Harry Potter once a year anyways, and like it's the end of the year and I hadn't reread it yet, so I'm almost done rereading it. I feel like I say this every single time I reread a series, like ever, but I enjoyed it so much more this time, especially Order of the Phoenix. That was like never one of my favorites just because it's so massive and it takes me so long to read and like it takes so long for the story to get started, but I had so much fun reading it this time around. Again, I don't know if I'm just like forgetting how much I love these books or if I'm actually just re-enjoying it way more. This is a lot of big books that I read this month and I'm having so much fun. I can't wait to finish it. Well, you know, like I don't want to finish it because I want to reread Harry Potter for every second for the rest of my life, but like I'm excited to read Deathly Hallows. Then in between all of those books, I also read Binge by Tyler Oakley. I have reviewed Binge on my channel. If you're interested in seeing that review, it's gonna be below. I absolutely loved Binge. It was one of the best books that I've read so far this year. I love Tyler Oakley, so I already knew that I was going to love his book, but I didn't realize like how much more I would actually appreciate him as a person after reading his memoir. There are just so many topics in this book that relate directly to me, and I never realized how similar me and Tyler are. I just had such an emotional connection with this book, and that hasn't happened in a really long time for me, so I just had so much fun reading Binge, and I absolutely loved it. And if you love Tyler Oakley, you should totally check out that review, so it's going to be linked below. This month I also read the final novella in the New Mortal Instruments novellas, Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, Angels Twice Descending. I have to admit, I'm kind of disappointed with the last one. I feel like Cassandra Clare is so good at writing conclusions because they're always surprising, but I wasn't surprised by anything in the last novella. I expected absolutely everything that was going to happen, and I really wanted some twists that would make me more interested, but unfortunately that didn't happen. It was still great. I still loved it so much, and oh my god, there's this one scene. Oh Jesus, why can't you guys read them so I can talk about them freely? So the last one definitely wasn't my favorite, but in all, I love Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, and I can't wait for it to come out in a bind-up so I can just read it in physical form. It just makes me so sad to know that, like, their stories are done. Like, we're probably never going to read from Jace, Clary, Simon, Isabel, Alec, Magnus. Like, we're probably never going to see them as a whole main character cast ever again, and I don't want to talk about this anymore because I'm probably going to cry again. Like I said before, this month I read All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. If you haven't heard me talk about the Natural series yet, it's about the subdivision of the FBI where they bring in kids with special abilities, not like superpowers, but like they have special abilities that pertain to this section of the FBI called profiling. For those of you who know me, I love Criminal Minds, I love profiling, like I want to be a profiler when I grow up, that's my dream career. And so this series just follows these kids as they attempt to solve all of these criminal cases. If you're interested in things like that, like profiling and crime and serial killers, this is a really great contemporary mystery YA for you, and I really recommend you pick it up. Unfortunately, All In definitely wasn't my favorite in the series. I think I gave it 4 or 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was good. I mean, it was really interesting because they focused on one of the other characters' backstories, because there's like 2 main characters that have a super like intense backstory that comes up a lot, but in this one they focused more on a different character, and I don't want to say too much about it because it's the 3rd book in the series, and if you read the Naturals, you know what I'm talking about. The ending of this was absolutely crazy though, and I'm super excited for book 4, but I really recommend you pick up the Natural series. And again, like I said before, I also read Winter by Marissa Meyer this month. I loved Winter. 5 out of 5 stars. If I could give it 10.5 out of 5 stars, I totally would. Definitely one of my absolute favorite books of the year. I have reviewed it on my channel already, so if you've read Winter and you're really interested to see all of my feelings on it, I will link that review below as well. I just thought it was such a wonderful conclusion. Like, it kept my interest the entire time. It was super suspenseful and action-packed. There was just so much going on. It is 100% my favorite in the Lunar Chronicles series, and that's like saying something because I loved all of them so much. But Winter was absolutely great, and if you haven't picked up the rest of the Lunar Chronicles series, or if you haven't started them at all yet, you really need to, because they're great retellings, and they're great sci-fi, and they're great dystopian, and they're great everything. Is that all I read this month? I think so. That was 7, right? So as we're closing out the year, we're almost done with my TBR challenge, so let me just update you on that. My challenge for October was to read a nonfiction book, which I did this month, which was Binge by Tyler Oakley, because it's his memoir. My challenge for November was to read a book that I was introduced to by BookTube, and I didn't really accomplish that. Well, I mean, I guess you could say Winter. Yeah, I'm gonna say that Winter counts for November. I didn't even think that I was going to complete that month, but I did complete it because I totally only found out about the Lunar Chronicles from Christine's videos. So I'm totally up to date on my TBR challenge, which hasn't happened in months. And now we only have one more, and I'm praying I accomplish it this month because I don't know what I'll do if I don't actually finish it after doing it for 12 months straight. I legitimately cannot remember which one this is, so I'm like a little nervous, but I'm a little excited because maybe it'll be like super easy and fun. I mean, they're all fun, but I want to see what this one is. Read a book with over 500 pages. Why didn't I do that last month when every book I read was almost 500 pages? This one is going to be easy to complete though because I'm already reading The Diviners as a part of the Biblio Book Club, which is my book club. If you want to join it, check the description below. But The Diviners is like, I checked, I think it's like over 534 pages. I know that's super specific, but I was just looking to see how many pages, but it's definitely over 500. So this one is going to be completed, and then I will have finished my TBR challenge for 2015. Oh my god, that's such an accomplishment. So that is it for my November book haul and wrap up. Leave me a comment below if you've heard of or read or have any opinions on any of the books that I talked about in this video. And also let me know your favorite book buy and your favorite read of November. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon for a new video. Bye!